So I hope everyone had a good holiday, and I'm going to give you a quick rundown of what happened in December compared to November, and a little bit of an outlook on what I think is going to happen in the future in 2024. So December, it's no surprise. We saw a large decrease in sales and in listings. We kind of see it every year. And so I'm just going to run through the numbers. So we were down 36% in listings, down 32% in sales, but this stuff's normal. Year over year, like last December, that's only a 1% change. So, it's like the holidays and people are not thinking about real estate. Not everyone, but a lot of people take their homes off the market and then you put it back on when the market gets hot again. And as we head into the spring, especially if they're going to lower interest rates, then we'll see a lot more action happening. Potentially prices rise a bit, and but that's normal for the springtime. So yeah, decrease in listings and sales. Prices pretty much stayed the same, 0.4% difference from November. Overall, the prices were down on like a rolling 12-month basis. Like this year, prices were a little bit less than last year, and that's to be expected with the raised interest rates. I think a lot more of a decrease than it was. Homeowners are pretty resilient, as we found out, and the other thing that we found out is that these policies take a long time. The interest rates and so on and so forth, they take a long time to work their way through the market. You can find the full stat report on my website. Going into the new year, there's all these videos on YouTube, and they have these crazy headlines like massive decrease in prices, plummeting prices, the market is crashing. There's obviously indicators that we see and that we look at to kind of like guesstimate what's going to happen. But at the end of the day, nobody knows, right? And all we do is we give our best guess. So I guess what I'm trying to say is don't take these like YouTube headlines and the news headlines as fact. And I try and do my best to give a straight up real video and real opinion on what I think is happening. Having said that, looking into the future, prices are, in my opinion, probably going to remain pretty stable. Now there's like about 50% of mortgages that are going to renew in the new year. There's a lot of chatter about, all these mortgages being renewed and people not being able to afford them. And there's going to be all these foreclosures and panic sales and things like that. I think if we learned anything from last year, it's that homeowners are quite resilient, especially in Vancouver area. There's a lot of money floating around. Even though we are a highly leveraged nation, there are enough people in Vancouver, I think, that have an extra cash to kind of float towards their mortgage. Throughout the year, I don't think we're going to see significant growth, and I don't think we're going to see significant decline. I think it's going to remain pretty stable throughout the year. I think people are so used to seeing growth year over year, like 10% growth every year for the past 10 years, that it's not sustainable. There will be deals to be had with some of these people who have to sell their homes, right? Because hate to say it, but some people are desperate, and if you're a buyer and you're looking for a deal, that's probably your best place to look. And if at any point you want to ask a question to me, or you're confused, or maybe you want to talk a little bit deeper about some of these topics, feel free to book a chat with me below. I have a link in my description. You can book a 30-minute consultation. I service all of Vancouver area, so if you're in Vancouver and you have some questions and you want to chat, feel free to reach out. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next month.